You're listening to Party Nerds Weekly.
What's going on, fam? The whole crew's here. By myself, Fax, Haas. Well, actually, not the whole crew.
Yeah, that's what.
And the fuck is Ralph? Jesus Christ.
Yep.
All right, Ralph. If you're out there in the void and you can hear us, come to the screen. All right. So myself, Haas, Jorge, the evil producer, we are pretty much all here. But we do have some things to talk about. Mainly this whole weekend. The end of the Venom trilogy. Luckily, we did not know that Venom would get a trilogy before fucking Superman. We say this about all trilogies. Superman has never gotten a trilogy, but Venom has a trilogy. Ant-Man has a trilogy. All these particular characters that you wouldn't expect to have a trilogy. Guardians of the Galaxy has a trilogy, a really good one, matter of fact.
Yeah, really good one.
Really good one.
But they still have one.
The fact that the I guess the apex of the Sonyverse, which is Venom, happens to get a trilogy, and this whole weekend, actually, it was due to do $150 million worldwide, but for some reason whatsoever, it underperformed, and I'll tell you why. Because as we know right now, throughout the box office, it says Venom: The Last Dance has the worst box office opening of the trilogy. So, as reported by Variety, domestic sales tickets for the third Venom film were expected to reach $65 million after the production cost of $120 million, not including the marketing costs. Worldwide sales reached $124 million for a total of $175 million. The domestic results came in lower than both previous films too. The first Venom film, like I said, the first Venom film did 80 million in the US box office. This one did 65. Let There Be Carnage, because Carnage was in the sequel, actually gained momentum in the US box office and did 90. So the third installment, even with Null involved, yo, what's up, Biggs, only did 65. So the first one did 80, second one did 90, and then this one does 65. There he is, Birdman. What's up?
All right, fellas, what's going on?
So
Hi, Ralphie.
Literally, we're talking about these first weekend numbers for Venom 3: The Last Dance, and it was projected to go high. It was actually projected to go higher than the first two movies. I barely knew when this movie was coming out. I'm with you, because to be honest, a lot of people, the marketing for this didn't seem like it was geared towards the US audience anyway. I think I seen more China posters than anything, because this movie, the Venom franchise, does really fucking well in China and Japan. As a matter of fact, the domestic box office that they've done for the first two movies only reached like close to like $200 million US.
What'd you think of the marketing for it?
Like I said, I felt like the marketing for it was more so geared towards Null, which didn't make sense if this is a Venom movie. And then when we watched the movie, there was barely any Venom in it. There was a lot of Tom Hardy. Not a lot of Venom.
That's like Spider-Man or Iron Man without their masks throughout the whole movie.
Yeah.
That's Iron Man 3.
That's Iron Man 3. It's basically Tony Stark doing side quests.
It almost felt like they didn't have enough budget. Did anybody get that kind of sense?
That's what it looked like. It looked like the production cost was like way too much money, and they were like, seems like, yeah, we're not going to do Venom a lot in this movie. As a matter of fact, because there was so many symbiote battles at the end, it turned out like, and especially how many symbiotes did Venom turn into? How many different animals? Frog, horse.
I'm pretty sure the horse took majority. That and the
budget.
Battle.
That was the budget. The horse.
Took up the budget right there. That horse
we got a cheesesteak question.
That was a cheesesteak question for you, Haas.
All right, so you got Geno's, you got Jim Steaks, and Pat.
You said the tourist traps?
Geno's, Jim Steaks. Those are the three spots for cheesesteak, my opinion.
All right, Haas, are you a cheese whiz cheesesteak eater?
Wit.
Provolone. I don't like the whiz. I'm
Provolone.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I don't like
Damn,
cheese
yes,
whiz. Nah.
perfect.
And you
Good
know
job.
why?
Provolone.
Because that's the Jersey style.
Yeah,
That's
provolone.
what we do.
Yeah, I do provolone.
Provolone.
So
That
you go.
provolone.
So Gregory, you go there, and you gotta tell them the cheese. Like, just say the cheese. So you want provolone? Just say I want provolone. If you want cheese whiz, just tell them you want whiz. You gotta do it like that.
Fucking
You want
nasty.
American? Just tell them you want American.
Do not put cheese whiz on my cheesesteak. I'll fight you, bro.
Yeah. you gotta order it like that, my brother. But Jim Steaks, which is on South Street, and Pat's and Geno's are right next to each other in South Philly. So
Forest Trap.
Party Nerds. Cheesesteak finest. There you go. You can only get it over here on Party Nerds Podcast. You're welcome.
yep.
Word.
Hey, Ralphie.
Big said he said I
Lakers
almost
are
was
3-0.
asleep. I was almost
See that?
asleep, but at
See
the
the
end
Rockin'
with the
3-0?
action, I woke up.
The Lakers.
You said what?
Lakers are 3-0.
Come on. Come
Lakers are
on,
3-0.
bro. Come.
Ronnie's taking to
Come on.
the finals.
We looking good,
Hey,
my boy. We looking
We're 3-0
good.
with him on the team. I'm just saying.
We're
Him just
looking
sitting on
good
him
right
sitting and
now.
watching. We're 3-0.
It's your coach.
Party Nerds Sports.
It's your
Party
coach.
Nerds Sports. We're
No.
branching out, people.
No, we're not.
We're
No,
branching
no,
out.
we're not. No, we're not. I don't care if there is football playing behind highs. We're not doing that. Yes. It's a, what is it? Is Agony Eye the movie? What? I'm sorry, Cap. You're gonna have to come a little harder than that. The way you put your period in the middle of that sentence fucked me up.
Felt
But-
like a Tesla robot was typing.
For the most part, like I mean, if this is like the end of this trilogy, I'm so glad it's over.
It's time. It's
Yeah.
time. It's
It's
time.
I think
It's time.
everybody is.
It's time.
To
It's
be
time.
honest, I was done at 1, and then they
I
said,
was.
and then they were going into Carnage, and everybody was like all souped again, and I was like, y'all gonna get disappointed.
Which we did.
Y'all gonna get
Which we
disappointed.
did. Which I'm very surprised about the Rotten Tomatoes type of thing. And once again, this is how I know I can't trust anybody out there. If you thought the Carnage one was better than maybe the first one, what's wrong with y'all? Like, that was just horrible.
I mean,
that was
if
god awful.
if I had to give like a best out of the 3, the first one maybe.
Cindy.
The first one. It's literally the first one.
It's
That's
out.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look,
I'll resend the link. You don't go to
Cindy,
the movies to
Cindy,
watch
yeah,
it.
the
I'll
new
resend link.
Venom movie is out already, and
You
it's.
get yourself.
I'm not gonna say it's bombing in the box office, but the U.S. domestic box office right now has it.
It's joking.
It's choking under both the first 2 previous films.
But this
Cindy,
but
we're gonna
can
send
we
you the link
honestly
in the
say-
group chat.
What's
Word.
say that again?
Can we honestly say that? Can we honestly say though, at this point, with the way that movies have been coming out in America,
Right?
are we the sad individuals, honestly, that just purposely just want to just berate it? And because think about it, you just said it, it's doing very well internationally, or any of our films are basically doing well when it goes internationally. But
Right.
in our own country, we're all sad and probably just horrible and just garbage individuals who just want to bomb movies left and right.
Well,
They
nah,
don't make the money here. Why
we're
cater
highly,
to us anymore?
We are highly critical because we got used to some good movies. So once
No,
we got
it
accustomed
seems
to
as
some
if
good
Recently
movies-
this year, there's been some
Damn.
really good movies.
Y'all don't know how to appreciate shit. Maybe that. Y'all don't
No,
appreciate.
we just,
Didn't
I'm
we
just
just have a
saying.
conversation about this? What movie just came out that basically we were kind of like looking at the lens that internationally it was going really good, but domestically it didn't do shit. We had this conversation.
Yo, Drake calling Nikki a liar.
Oh, Nikki? What did Nikki say?
He called
because
her
she was
imposter.
hyping it up. She was hyping.
He said
She was
he
hyping
said-
it up.
He said Nikki's an imposter.
Oh, Nikki said it was good. Look, this is the
She
thing.
hyped.
All right, this is the thing
Our
about-
what is it, our PR studio told us, hey, hype it up, make it we're getting so canceled.
Yo, but here's the thing about the Venom franchise. There's a lot of people that like this shit.
Yeah,
I do.
yeah.
They think it's like fun. It's like Fast
Yeah,
and the
it is.
Furious.
Yeah.
God.
Nah,
Hold
we're
on a
not gonna
second.
do
Don't
that.
you
We're
do
not
this.
gonna
Don't you
do
know?
that.
Don't
We're
you
not
don't
gonna
you
do
don't
that.
you
We're not
dare
gonna
to
do that.
don't
It's a guilty
dare
pleasure.
No, it's
Nah,
not.
nah,
It
nah,
is.
nah, nah.
This is. It's more than that. It's fucking
Yeah.
family. Can't you
Yeah,
get
it's
that?
definitely
Can't you
family.
understand the values behind Fast and Furious? There's so
Yeah.
much potential that you can learn from that. Venom, you get buddy, buddy, and all those types of stuff. But with Fast and Furious, you get to understand the foundation of family. There's a lot of F's that I just threw out
man,
there.
you preaching
Okay,
again.
I did. He wanted to. He did this, Haas. I
He
didn't
did
want to
do
do
it.
this. He
He
had to
did
put
do
it
it.
out
He
there.
did do it.
Oh, wait. You of course brought up the fact that there's this bond, of course, between Eddie,
Yeah, why?
Eddie,
It was
Eddie,
great.
and Venom, and then had the relation of family to that. The bigger proportion of this is that Venom is a parasite. That's like me having a relationship with a mosquito.
A scarab.
Yeah, like a leech.
Or a roach.
Yeah,
or
or
a
a
roach.
roach.
How about a
That
roach?
just happens to be. You know what? Me and this. No, nah, don't step on him.
Nah,
Because me and that roach are cool.
You and that roach have been through the.
We've been through the wars together.
Oh my god.
The-
You know, when
the
my
lights
rent
got
wasn't
cut
getting
off.
paid, guess who was here?
The roach
That
Roachy.
roach.
Oh my god.
eating out of that dumpster.
I mean, all right. So let me get to Cap 52's question, because I know he tried to spell it out. He said Craven will do better, I think, because of the rating. So I agree with you. I agree with you on the Raven thing, because I heard it got shown at New York Comic Con, and people were saying, "Yo, this should be really good," because they did a fucking shit ton of reshoots.
Yeah, they had to.
Mhm.
We all.
In
Well, I mean, we
order to
talked
make
about it. Yeah.
because
Yep.
he got bit by a radioactive lion.
Yeah, it was radioactive. Right?
Good
Come on,
job,
man.
fucking
I'm done, bro.
Sonyverse. Good job.
Stop it, bro. I don't want to hear that again.
This
A
shit makes no
radioactive
sense.
lion.
Makes absolutely no sense.
Ralphie, Cindy said Fast and Furious is garbage.
Yeah.
This is
Oh
not.
my
Cindy,
God.
hold on a
Yeah,
second. This
it's
is
in
not
the
what
chat.
we
It
are.
says FF is garbage. It says it right.
Don't you do this right now. Don't you do this right now. Okay? Yeah, I kept you in a simple place right there. Don't you make your cupcakes go flat. Stop it right now. Family. Family.
Oh my goodness.
But we actually talked about this before the show. The Venom that we know and love in the comics is a polar opposite, 180-degree turn from what they made him in these movies.
Yeah, they butchered him, man.
Because he's he's pretty much comic relief in these movies. He's he's always having a good time. Shit, I think they had Venom at a party in part 2.
Oh, he was at
They
the
did.
club.
It was a rave.
was at the club?
It was at a rave. It was a rave.
It was a rave at the club.
And then he got into some wild dance number with the lady at the convenience store.
Yeah.
He had to get it off his chest. Everybody has feelings, okay?
Not
Including
Venom.
people in Fast and Furious.
Venom is a symbiotic alien that hungers
has
on
feelings.
people's brains.
Yeah, he wants people's
Clearly,
brains.
it needed to get away. And what do you think is a part of people's brains? A whole lot of electrolytes and all that type of stuff.
Oh
feelings.
my god! It's
Come on.
Gatorade.
Yeah, I was about to say the same shit.
So he's eating people's brains and it's Gatorade. It's Gatorade for Venom.
You're damn right.
That's
Boom.
excellent. But
Okay?
I feel
Is
like
it
all
in you?
oh my god! I feel like all the people that they brought into this series, like all the people that they brought in that were pretty much really well-rounded actors. Woody Harrelson as Carnage. They really turned it into a buddy cop kind of movie.
I told you.
It's so weird.
But it's genuine. How do you make a movie again about an anti-hero, something like I said that you would have people coming in, and let alone you're going off the strength of the name itself. So again, you got to make the best out of it, and shout out to the writers for at least trying their best. But long story short, there's only so much that you could do that you just got to make a buddy film. That's why Hobbs and Shaw from Fast and Furious suck so much, because nobody expected these two to be together. But boom, they made a movie together because you know why? The Rock. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson wanted to do it and milk the cow. That's what Sony basically did.
The
It
Rock always wants
basically
to bully a
milked
franchise.
the cow. It milked the cow.
That's nasty. All right.
Rock bullies too many franchises.
It ruins way too many. Yes. All right, Yummy Geek. She said, I don't think I heard your guys' opinions on Topher Grace's Venom. All right, this man went to
He
church.
cried in
Ooh.
church.
And
He cried
he
in
went to
church.
church and wished death on Spider-Man. That's Eddie Brock.
That is
That-
Eddie Brock. Even
that
though
is Eddie
physically he
Brock.
wasn't Eddie Brock. But
Physically, he wasn't Eddie Brock, but I'm going to go.
He was Eddie
I'm
Brock.
going to go pray to the Lord Jehovah that somebody need to kill this nigga straight up.
Yeah, he was.
Yo,
He
he
got
wasn't
to
playing.
die.
I would rather not Topher. Again, it was just Topher himself. I was just like, come on.
It did get corny because like him and the symbiote just looked weird, like the way that they made
Yes.
his face.
Yeah,
Out.
it pulled his face back.
Yeah,
with the,
it got weird. So
Yeah.
like I realized, of course, that is what 2006,
seven.
7 Spider-Man 3.
2007. It came out a year before
It
Iron Man.
was so weird.
Yeah.
Everett, what's going on, brother?
But you did still get again a somewhat dope looking Venom at that time.
But it seems
At
like
that
that is like the route that they want to go in the MCU. They want the symbiote itself without Eddie
Right.
in the MCU in
So-
order to do a symbiotic Spider-Man.
Yeah, so let's
Well,
talk
it would
about
be
that
like
for a
in
second.
Spider-Man 2. It would be like in Spider-Man 2, the video game a little bit, right? Where I mean, granted, it had hair. I forgot it had hair. Forget it. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Yes, Andre. Going to church and praying for the death of your enemies.
is Venom.
That's
Venom as
that's
fuck.
Eddie Brock.
Yeah, that's Venom as fuck.
And of course we could come to the obvious conclusion that they did 3 of these movies which is what the Sonyverse is. You have all of Spider-Man's villains and they never get to fight Spider-Man.
Right.
I mean, that's Batman right now.
I don't know how many weeks I gotta
Well,
tell everybody.
Yo, don't you
like,
think
this shit's not
Spider-Man's
gonna
too
work
kid
without
friendly?
Spider-Man.
Don't you think Spider-Man's too kid friendly to fight Venom if this happens?
No,
No,
not with the
no.
Spider-Man movies.
No.
No.
It's time. It's time for some
It's
really
time for
like,
this shit to go. As a
Yeah.
Big said,
We-
maybe the next Venom will be better. Maybe the symbiote will be
Venom.
better because I don't think there's going to be a Venom.
Yeah.
They're just going to pull the symbiote into the MCU without Eddie or
Yeah.
Venom. It's just literally Spider-Man's black suit now forming a relationship with the symbiote, and that's going to be the encasement for Spider-Man 4.
Yeah, and then probably he might have new friends because of the whole memory warp thingy from Doctor Strange. So he might have it, and then after Secret Wars, it might attach itself to a friend of his, and blah blah blah. So yeah, it's a
Andre,
whole different route.
To answer your question about Null, it was a cameo. They did this. All right, if you want me to tell it to you, it's a jump scare at the end of the movie. CGI friendly.
Yeah,
And I'm like, I was disappointed.
yeah, man. They should have never even put him in the movie.
They shouldn't have never even, like, to be honest, if you're gonna hint at him, maybe just tell us the origin of the symbiotes. Just do that.
and use that. But we didn't need him in the movie because
To be honest,
first of all,
yeah,
you neutered him. He was in prison the whole time.
Yeah. Well, which is what he is in
Which is
Clintar.
cool.
That's comic accurate.
But it's a movie, so why the hell we're gonna watch him for 10 minutes of screen time, just grunting and
Bro.
I
I don't want to see that. I don't
But
want
to
see
be
that.
honest, that's like how much screen time we got of actual Venom.
So the two main things about the two main characters, Venom and Null, both were on the screen maybe 10-15 minutes.
10-15 minutes.
Probably 20 minutes combined.
If that. You had a
Yeah,
lot
20
of Tom
minutes.
Hardy
20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes combined.
and Chiwelte
That was your
Ejiofor.
selling point. That was your selling point of the movie.
No.
That was the selling point. I'm just saying.
That was it.
I'm just saying. It was just they didn't stick the landing. They didn't
No.
even take off. They didn't take off. They didn't stick the landing. But
Pretty sad.
it's a Venom movie. So why are we doing?
Yeah.
You shouldn't-
Yeah,
we
because
should never
the
take it serious.
expectations of what Sony was going to do with the character, there was no big battle. All right, there was a battle between Venom and Carnage, that being the highest grossing movie out of the 3.
Yeah.
It took up the most budget. It made
That part.
a little bit more money, but it didn't make enough It actually made less than the first movie. And in this third movie, you introduce Null, who's only on the screen for like 30 seconds.
Yeah, not too long.
45 seconds.
You know what they should have. This is what they should have did. If they had this trilogy planned out correctly, you would start with Null in
Start with Null in the first one. Yep.
Imprisoned. Right?
Yep.
Then you can get the grunts and you can get all that. That's fine.
Yep.
The second movie, you create the threat of him possibly being broken out of that prison because of what he was trying to do, the codex and all that stuff, right? Yeah. And then when we get to the third movie, he's actually a physical threat that, damn, this shit is like a big world ending.
I'll do you one better.
It would have been a great trilogy.
If it was the origin of the symbiotes in the first one, I'm with you on that one. What if the first symbiote that he sends to Earth is Carnage?
That would be crazy.
That would be
I
crazy.
wouldn't mind the changing of the origin. I wouldn't mind that because number one, Spider-Man's not there anyway. So who the cares? You could have changed that up, and where you want to use Venom as a hero, that makes perfect sense.
Woody did act his ass off as a serial killer, although I was looking for a totally different actor for the role of Cletus Cassidy.
Who?
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson as Carnage.
Yeah,
I like when I saw Cletus Cassidy. When I read him in the comics, I don't see Woody Harrelson.
No, I never did in my life.
I never saw
and
Billy
I hated
Hoyle.
his haircut.
Yeah,
I hated his haircut.
The fucking Ronald McDonald shit. Like,
it looks horrible.
Like I didn't expect Billy Hoyle to be Carnage.
Yeah, old Billy Hoyle.
Old Billy Hoyle.
Yeah. Old Billy Hoyle.
Shit didn't make
sense.
I would
have if anybody would have gotten it, I probably would have given it to the kid from Shameless. He's like a redhead.
Bro,
like
you know what? He probably
would have killed it.
Because he can act his ass off.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Damn right he can.
Yeah, he can act his ass off.
Hey, you listening, Sony? Hey.
No, they're not listening. They're not listening.
Nope. We're getting Craven next, and I heard it's actually pretty good. But guess what? Craven's not fighting Spider-Man.
Who lied to you?
He's not fighting Spider-Man. He's fighting the Rhino.
Nah.
What's that? Rhino. He's fighting the Rhino.
He's fighting Rhino. So you got Craven fighting Rhino?
Rhino.
Look. Teabag from Prison Break should have played. Oh, you know what? Teabag, yeah. Domhnall Gleeson, yeah.
That went in a bit bad.
See, those are pretty good choices. Woody Harrelson, like I said, I get it. He did act his ass off, but
that's also another part of the budget right there. Again, they paid that man.
They paid that different comic book character. Woody needed to be a different comic book character.
He needed to be a different book. Yeah, I'll give you that.
That's
maybe
all.
In the MCU they could give him like a bigger role. But why at the end of this movie did Tom like have like a 10-minute sequence of him walking aimlessly around Las Vegas? And I swore that the fucking that Fast and the Furious song after Paul died was about to pop on. It's been a long day.
Yeah, you could. I mean, it could have. It could have.
I was like, this bullshit. Yeah, I was
because
like,
it's right here. Because you're not letting. You gotta get the feels. Okay, it's all about the feels. This is it. It's the end of the road. That's no more after this. So yeah,
maybe they should have played End of the Road
for Charlie Puth. Okay, let that simmer in your soul because it's over.
Yep,
no more.
Should have played End of the Road. That's what they should have played. Some Boys to Men. Something.
End of the Road is.
I'm so glad. Look. Let's just say that. I'm so glad this is over.
Yeah. I mean,
I think we all are.
I mean,
yeah, like
we don't even want to talk about the movie like we normally do a review. Like we'll go through the movie and talk about it and shit like that. Like, there's nothing really to like go back and like, hey, well, yeah, this is what happened and blah blah blah. And
hey,
like it's time to move on. Like it
is time to move on. So that actually puts. I mean, I hope there's no sequel to Morbius, but that might put two.
Jared Leto needed more screen time for Morbius.
Stop.
Or Madam Web.
Not with your obsession of Jared Leto doing movies.
Or Madam Web.
Or Madam Web. Hopefully there's 3 Sonyverse movies down.
What if Sony's okay with being a mediocre, set the bar low kind of verse?
Well, obviously they must be okay with it. They've done how many of these have they done? All right,
they're definitely not satisfied with that. They're definitely pissed off.
They can't.
Definitely pissed.
We're
not taking the bait.
Nobody's taking a bait at all.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, it's Venom's fault because the first movie did do $800 million in worldwide box office, and then they were like, "Ooh,
Yep.
we can do a bunch of these."
Yep.
So to get down to it, Venom 1 had a 30% Rotten Tomato score. Now, take it with a grain of salt. That was the critics. I'm sorry. These are the audience scores.
The audience score
Which
is
the
30%.
audience you can't trust.
These are the audience.
No,
scores.
you can't trust. I can't even trust them either. Nah, they hate watch it. Thank you.
Look. I'm lying to you because these are the critic scores.
Oh, it's the critic scores. Okay.
You see how quick we was? You see how quick we was?
So here we go. 30% for Venom. 57% for Venom 2. Let there be carnage.
Okay.
Morbius was 15%.
The fuck am I good for?
Accurate too.
Madam Web was 11%.
Accurate. Accurate.
Venom 3 is 36%.
And that's accurate.
That's accurate.
That's still better than
and
Madam Web.
Like, how are you okay? How are you okay? This is your entire Sonyverse. This is the whole thing.
Yeah.
All of it.
You know what the thing is though? What their motto is? I'm pretty sure they have a banner every time they leave. It says you miss 100% of the shots that you don't miss, that you don't take. I'm pretty sure they all leave there. They slap the board and then they keep it moving afterwards. Okay. All this is you keep getting to the plate, keep swinging. You're gonna get one, but you got to keep swinging. So you know what? I am actually proud of their resilience. I'm proud of Sony's resilience.
But don't people usually say don't throw money at your problems? You're continuing to throw money at the problem.
Hey, if you got it, baby, spend it. If you got it, spend it. Okay.
Well, they're using their Spider-Man money. This is what they're using their Spider-Man money on.
That is also true. David, I didn't even think of that.
The Spider-Verse, Miles Morales, and the Spider-Man money from the MCU that they make is going into this bullshit. Because those scores look completely different if you do Spider-Verse, and that's a Sony product.
Yeah, I don't know, man. They need to talk. What they need to do is talk with Marvel, talk with Kevin Feige.
That might be a problem, yeah.
But they should say, hey, we basically have 3 Spider-Man.
Yeah. Let's
use Toby and Andrew in a couple films. Like we will. Why don't you help consult us? And we'll make Spider-Man money on that end while you guys continue to control Tom and whatever you guys want to do.
Right.
And we'll still keep our same deal. But we want to do stuff with Andrew and Toby so we can have this universe that we always wanted, because obviously we're doing it wrong.
You could obviously do that. To be honest, Sony has done 3 Spider-Man movies. They've done 2 amazing Spider-Man movies. So they've made money from that. And then the creation of the Sony of the Spider-Verse with Miles Morales. Those two movies, the third one's still on its way. Well, God knows when, but if they had Japanese animators, ain't that right, Ralph?
Ralph, again,
you know what the problem is? They not being very, get me over there.
Just saying.
They get too comfortable.
You gotta make sure these people don't see their kids for a couple years.
Do you care? Do you care about seeing your daughter's first birthday? Do you care? Then get back in that basement.
And that's crazy, because when the second Spider-Verse came out, they were like, yeah, this is about to drop in like another year, like the third one. Like they literally was saying.
And then all of a sudden the writer's strike happened, also along with the actor strike. That went away. Then the Animators Guild went on strike.
Oh shit!
So people forget about that the Animators Guild also went on strike.
So now we'll get it next decade,
which was also in a collaboration with the voice actors. So
AI take care of it.
No.
If it was up to me, I would let the CGI AI the fuck out of it.
Yeah,
anybody will still watch it.
AI can make that movie. AI can make that movie in 30 seconds.
Miles Morales will have 20 fingers.
Yeah.
and 16 toes. He will have vampire teeth.
Oh my god.
He'll look crazy. but here's the other thing. They could actually, all right, no, because I don't want them to do that. I want Miles Morales, of course, to debut live action in the MCU. But if you want your own thing, of course, Andrew Garfield, it might be your answer. But also, on the other end, you could start a whole Spider-Man 2099 universe, live action, if you want to.
Ooh.
You could.
You can do Miguel O'Hara.
You
We
could.
can.
That's
You can.
so funny.
But then who are you gonna bring?
I'm not. I mean, I like Oscar Isaac. I like the way he voiced the character, but I'm not going to put him in that suit.
Why?
Nah,
I got to get a young guy. I might want to. I might want to get
overworked.
Zolo. He did Blue
He's
Beetle.
Thank
Maybe
you.
I want Zolo.
No, but Zola, I feel like is way too young still for this.
What? He'll be. This is like 10 years down the road. He'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll be in this
Keep him in shape.
Keep
Well,
him in shape.
look,
Keep Cobra Kai alive is what
I've-
I'm saying. Time
I've-
out. Keep Cobra
No,
Kai
that
alive.
is not
what
keep
you're saying.
Cobra Kai
That's
alive.
exactly what
No,
he said.
that is
fellas.
not what I'm saying
Keep him
at
in shape.
all. Because the one thing I've always said about Cobra Kai as a series is I hate the series, but I said that the actors, the young actors in that show, are like it's like the Avengers Academy. Everybody on that show you could throw in an MCU movie and they'll just fucking, they'll do
They're
their
ready.
thing.
They're ready.
Like to be honest, what happened to the younger black boy that was on the show?
He's still there.
Is he still there?
He's
Yeah.
a side character now, though.
Yeah,
Ooh.
because him,
He didn't get picked to go to the tournament.
it was like
Yeah, he did.
him, Zolo, what's the girl?
Hawk.
What's the blonde hair girl? I don't know these characters because I don't watch the show.
Oh, yeah, he can. You could again if you think about Static Shock.
Right? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, look, the kids on Cobra Kai, I don't know what their ages are now. They're pretty young, but all of them should have been up for roles in the Young Avengers.
I'm pretty sure a 13-year-old got thrown through a window. He was 13.
We could talk about that show because that's one of my biggest problems. Why aren't those kids in jail for life?
Oh yeah.
Okay. There was a full-out brawl in the school. They did a home invasion in that show,
Which is wild.
which is they've done more than one home invasion in that show.
Numerous times.
They've concussed multiple kids, have trespassed on property, have done home invasions. They got into a fight at the mall. They got into a fight at school where they paralyzed homeboy, and ain't nobody died.
So you're saying this is better than Venom?
What? What's better than Venom?
Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Ooh. There it
James Everett said,
Yeah.
"How can the man that campaigns for Eternals diss Cobra Kai?"
Because I
Right?
can. Because I can.
Right?
Because I can, Everett.
Right. Right.
Everett, look back in our
Oh,
YouTube videos where he.
I forgot about them fighting at the water park. All them motherfuckers should be in jail.
They fought.
Jail. For life.
You guys, James did a season 1 trailer review, and he got shitted on in the comments.
I don't care that I got roasted.
Wow.
Because I
Wait, who
hate
got
Roy.
what happened?
I did a video.
Roy, another video.
I had a video reviewing the first Cobra Kai season 1 in 2018, and everybody roasted me for it. Be like, "Yo, you're in the minority, bro." And I'm like,
Oh, they lit your ass up?
"Yeah."
they
I
lit
was
him
like, "I don't care. I don't
Yeah,
care."
of course you
Lit me up.
Of course. Why should you?
I like
Right.
y'all think y'all
Drop
hurt
the
my
link on here.
feelings because I don't like Cobra Kai. Like a bunch of teenagers that whoop motherfuckers' ass every day and don't go to jail. I haven't seen a cop on that show, but once.
And there's no jujitsu in there. In that
Yo,
world.
not even the jujitsu. There's been no cops.
Yeah, not once.
No
was the
cops.
police
I've
called.
seen niggas in the hospital, but no cops. You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
land.
The only time I saw a cop was when Sensei Kreese got arrested. Him and the slick back haired dude. That was it. He said, "I don't know where y'all at in the convo, but Venom felt like it didn't have much of a storyline. It was just a quick way to introduce Noel to you." Absolutely, yo, Mike.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And when they introduced him, it wasn't even that big.
It wasn't.
Like
It's kinda like-
he did his jump scare in his imprisonment, and it was like, okay.
He didn't feel like a threat.
Yeah, he didn't feel like a threat.
he was
like-
just kind of there.
So you're gonna CGI Null's face and do a jump scare that way without using practical effect. You have Andy Serkis.
Yeah.
You have the motion cap master. This man was Gollum.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like this man was Caesar in Planet of the Apes.
Oh man,
And he was Claw, right?
He was Ulysses Claw.
Yeah, he was good. I like that one.
And y'all made him known. You gave him to the Sonyverse. And the second he picks up his face, it's like you didn't let him do his thing.
right.
No, not at all.
Bunch of crap.
It made it just 10 times more worse. And we literally said, don't fuck up Null. This dude is like a fucking next generation villain that you could introduce here and do a lot of shit with.
You're right.
Yep.
And in 45 seconds, you've already managed to do so. So it's like, where should we go from here?
If I'm Kevin Feige in the MCU, there's no way I could take them seriously.
Yeah, or just like I've done with Peter Parker, Tom Holland, and possibly now the symbiote itself entering the MCU. Give me no. Just give it to me.
Just give me no.
I'll give you the money. Cool. Just give it to me.
Yeah.
And then I'll take it and I'll run with it and I'll do a symbiotic origin story around Null. I'll do a symbiote origin story that could possibly introduce Venom later in the future.
Right. A new Venom.
And then we could work it out that way.
Yeah.
And then we can introduce a new Eddie Brock, right? Because I'm pretty sure we're not going to use the same Eddie Brock.
Because Tom still has not even worked for the paper yet.
Right.
Yeah, remember, this is young Spider-Man.
This is young Spider-Man. He's
just graduating high school.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He hadn't even gotten to college yet and met Eddie, who already doesn't like him from jump.
He can't stand
who the fuck is this asshole with my job?
Right.
So, all right, we spent enough time on Venom. Sorry, y'all.
Probably a lot more time than
a lot more time than expected. But as much as I mean, we could get into the series. Of course, our main topic tonight is why can't Marvel get Blade right? But these we could shortly get into these 2 episodes that, of course, happened this week with Agatha. Episode 7. We only got 2 more episodes, and they're going to get released on the same night on October 30th. It's episodes 8 and 9.
Wednesday night.
This episode was strong. Woo! This episode was really strong because all that shit that like Lilia was going through, these little like jump projections of hers, like saying certain things. You come to find out that like she's jumping realities. Like she's like doing jump. I don't know how the fuck you want to call it.
Yeah,
but she's jumping through time. She's like, what's that movie, Looper?
Oh, Jumper. Yeah,
he's doing that. Hayden Christensen.
Yeah,
that was a great movie, by the way.
Great movie.
And Samuel Jackson.
Great movie.
Great movie. So this is what's happening with Lilia. So these gaps that she's having, right? These memory losses, right? She's literally like her consciousness jumps back in time. Like much like almost in the way of the movie Days of Future Past, where Kitty Pryde sends his consciousness back in time, right? So it's almost like that, because every time she has a gap, her consciousness she's back as a kid, she's in the future as an old lady, she's probably in school somewhere, she's taking a shit. Like it doesn't like she keeps jumping back and forth to some shit, and it's like. And she has to jump so many times that she can finally piece together, you know, what's going on. Because the way she's jumping, she doesn't understand why. Oh, well, that's why they had you confused at first. It's like, oh, well, why are you here? Or what's going on?
Save Agatha.
And Jen was like, why? You just told me. And nobody understood like what was happening. And then once we saw the gaps, once we saw her jump from time period to time period, then you realize, yeah, she did say those things, and she actually told Jen, like, "Yo, I'm telling you this because I'm gonna forget it." Like, so,
right?
It became the.
It was a good episode.
It's the best. I think it's the best episode.
It's the best episode so far.
Best episode so far. It's very strong.
So yeah, the last time that we saw Lilia and Jennifer, of course, Billy had kind of like tossed their ass in through this mud, and basically they were underneath the witch's robe.
Yes.
So we had thought that they had drowned, but he basically like pushed them underneath Witch's Road, and they were just trying to like find their way to the next trial. Billy and Agatha, of course, made it there, and then come to find out that it's actually Lilia's trial that they ended up at. So it's like
Yes.
all that tarot card board and everything like that, and they're fucking it up because all these goddamn swords are above them, and it's kind of like basically it's like the organ from Goonies. If you hit the wrong fucking note, shit
Yeah.
starts coming down. So if
Yeah.
you put the wrong tarot card down, a sword will come down. You could just end up dead. This
Yeah.
would be the end of your trial. Until Lilia and Jennifer get there, and then Lilia just starts to do her thing. Like she almost has like this cognitive I guess episode to where she starts to like figure out the cards automatically. And then it's basically everybody throughout the entire show. I think it was like Alice doing the fucking the thing with the with to Agatha with the cards and everything.
Yeah.
It was like Agatha. No, I'm sorry, that was Alice, but Agatha with the three swords behind her. She was like the queen. Of
Yeah.
swords, something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. That's her card. Yeah.
Yep. And Billy was like the magician. So
Yeah,
she was
which makes
basically like
perfect sense.
the path, the path behind and the path forward. She was in the path behind, so it was like she kind of knew she was going to meet her fate.
Yes. Yeah. She was very aware. It towards not even towards the end of this episode, probably right when we get into like the last act, like right into you get into the last, you kind of figure like you kind of figure like we all know like she's going to die at
Right.
some point, like in this episode, because I think she finally made peace with it. Earlier in the episode, she was jumping back talking to her grandma when she was a kid, and her grandma basically said like, well, death comes for everyone.
And then there was the reveal.
And it was that was the segue because Death shows up
Real Vidal.
Yes, and she shows her one of her forms, and she literally says, "All roads lead to me." Right. So basically, her grandma set it up. Rio, she confirmed it, and that's what put everything together. And it was
like,
dope
I
because
have to die at the end of this episode.
yeah, and what's dope is we got to see Death's form like on camera. Like that was dope. I didn't know they was actually going to do that, and I'm glad they did.
I'm glad that they did.
It was creepy too. Like it was dope.
So when we come to the end of this episode, there's three people left. Of course, there's Agatha, there's Billy, and Jennifer Kale. And I had to put it out there. I think I did a short recently for Party Nerds about her affiliations in comics. And for people that do not know, of course, Jennifer Kale, sorceress herself, has a psychic link to a couple people. A psychic link to one particular character in the Midnight Suns, Man-Thing, who got introduced in Werewolf by Night.
Yeah.
And her cousin, like blood cousin, is Johnny Blaze.
Oh,
right. So she's got two particular personal links to the Midnight Suns. She was also on the Midnight Suns team. There was like this short comic called Witches, where she had a whole team up with Doctor Strange and Brother Voodoo and a couple other sorcerers and everything like that. Yeah. So, you know, for her being like one of the last ones in here, like she has a lot of backstory in Marvel. Yeah. So the expectations of her being in this kind of like made a lot of sense. And then what I'm trying to determine is in these next two episodes, why did Lilia call her the High Priestess?
Right. She's definitely well, they keep implying that she's bigger than what she is.
Yeah, she's bigger than what she is.
So
which I know, but I'm like,
yeah,
she's never been described as that.
Yeah, how is it going to manifest itself in these next two episodes? I got a question for everybody. So this is going to fuck your mind up a little bit. Okay. Do y'all think that's not the Witch's Road? And actually, Billy there's a hex, and he created his own hex, much like the Scarlet Witch. And he's actually subconsciously, they're going through the road, but he's actually subconsciously controlling it.
That'd be dope if that's your theory. That's a dope theory.
Like, just think about it. Like, remember Billy Kaplan's, William Kaplan's bedroom, and he has like the Wizard of Oz poster.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this last trial, like
Wow.
like in the road itself, because the Wizard of Oz, like you're going down the Yellow
Yep.
Brick Road, they're going down the Richest Road. It's like if Wanda Maximoff had her own hex and he's the
Created her
child,
own reality.
he had it said she did it on top, like basically on the surface of Westview. Maybe he did it underground, because if you think about it,
Mhm.
when they're trying to get to the Richest Road, they seen the ballot.
Right.
So number one, there's a hex on the door.
Right.
Right. Remember, there's a hex. Second, on that hex, there's blue light, which his powers manifest to be blue.
Right.
Right. Third, they can't get into the door until he comes downstairs.
Right.
And he opens it.
Yeah, because he
Right?
was running full speed from the Salem 7.
Also, I'm glad you brought up the Salem 7.
Mhm.
The Salem 7, they were running around downstairs, but downstairs actually is the railroad system that Miss Davis, aka Miss Hart, was talking about, because she was a librarian, and she was like, there was a whole railroad, the whole subway system down underground in the city. So in this last episode, you could obviously see the subway.
Yep.
You can when he put them in the ground, where did they go? But into the tunnels.
Oh my God.
I'm just yeah.
No.
I'm letting them cook.
But listen,
let them go.
They were in the tunnels, and that's all the Salem 7 was doing. They was running through the tunnels, which is actually going to like the subway and stuff. So why, if they were actually in the Witch's Road, the actual Witch's Road,
right,
I find it highly unlikely that they would go to the bottom and just be out of the Witch's Road that way. Like, I feel like this is a hex that he actually did subconsciously, and he can't really control it, so he doesn't really understand it. So he wants to go to the Witch's Road so bad to find his brother, to manifest his powers and stuff like that, try to understand what's going on. That much like Scarlet Witch, out of emotion, she created the hex. Like, it's not like she was like, I'm gonna create a hex and do the shit. Like, it came out emotionally, right, out of pain. He has
after the loss of his brother.
Yes, he's trying to find his brother, and emotionally, one, he can't control his powers yet.
Right.
And two, emotionally, he went through some shit. He literally died and jumped into another person's body, and he's trying to figure this shit out. Might have just created a hex. I'm just saying.
I like it.
I would just put it out there. I could be wrong.
But I like that. Even though Pam disagrees, calling him an emo ass.
I'm just saying. I'm putting it out there, y'all. Billy might have put
because that could make sense as to being the cliffhanger in episode 8, and then everything comes out in episode 9.
Ooh, that would be tough.
That would be tough.
And once again, I do feel like there is going to be a crazy cliffhanger throughout all of this, and not for nothing, I feel like we might get a Sacha Baron Cohen.
Mephisto?
I feel like we might get that.
Oh, because we haven't been talking about him for like 4 or 5 episodes, and then
exactly.
Boom.
Yeah.
I feel
listen.
I feel like that'll be the one.
They're giving us a double header on Wednesday, so
it's a double header on Wednesday, and then it's over. Just
like that.
Just like that. That's over.
Really good show, though.
Absolutely. Look, I was skeptical against this show when it first jumped off. It was like, what the hell? This doesn't even make sense. But I enjoyed the hell out of this show.
Yeah, this show good, man. This show real good.
Fire.
But speaking of good shows,
how about
go? All right, this episode of Penguin may have been slow to start.
It was definitely slow to start.
Obviously,
I thought it was
the last time we saw Penguin and Victor, they pretty much got underground. Penguin got his lair. Oswald Cobblepot got his lair. Yep, just like WandaVision. That we thought it wasn't going to be shit, and it turned out to be a banger.
Whoa! Who didn't think WandaVision wasn't going to be the shit?
We all thought it. I definitely
thought that.
Yes, the beginning was so like the 2 episodes in the beginning was like.
You didn't like the first 2 episodes?
I love the first.
What the fuck was I watching? and then it started
Ralphie, you're
picking
kind of
itself
younger
up.
though, so you ain't watch those shows. Them shows you didn't grow up on like we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after-
So I can understand Ralphie saying like, I don't
Nick
know,
at Night.
I get it. You
Didn't grow up on Nick at Night.
Yeah. We grew up on all that. So
grew up
yeah,
on-
I get it. I get it.
I get it, man.
You get a pass.
Thanks.
But one, come on.
Yeah. But yes, the Penguin is now downstairs in his lair. He's got Bliss. He's basically pumping it throughout the streets. He's the new Nino Brown. Straight up. He got the Carter. And he said, okay, you sold me on watching now. Was unmotivated. Let's see y'all sell the Penguin. Yeah, we gotta sell it to you.
Damn. That's
Keep going.
I can see the selling of Agatha because it's a witches show, right? So
And to be honest, her character as a support is a supporting character. It's not a main
so I
character.
get that. I'm glad we sold you on Agatha because it is that good.
It's that good.
But damn, we gotta sell you on the Penguin too.
Yeah, the Penguin is the Penguin is actually a really good show. This episode was this 5 or 6?
6.
This is 6.
We're at
So,
6.
in this particular episode, it's basically it's the Nino Brown moment. He took over the Carter. He's running base. Motherfuckers are butt ass naked.
You a word?
No, it wasn't. I actually wasn't nobody butt ass naked. I'm fucking with y'all.
Oh yeah, you definitely gotta pause it.
Yeah. Word. So he's pumping bass throughout the neighborhood, but then he's starting to understand that most of his runners are getting clipped because Sophia done already put a hit out on anybody selling Bliss in neighborhoods. So the Maronis, whatever's left of the Maronis, and Sophia's new team up.
Come on downstairs.
Sophia Gigante. Yes.
Gigante.
In her fly ass outfits. You know, she basically put a hit out on anybody selling Bliss out there. But the thing is, you know, he needs allies. So what does Oz do? He starts to link up with every single capo in every district in the city and wants to basically like do like a meetup, even with the triads, and has like almost like a beer summit per se, you know, to basically like talk them into it. Even though a lot of people don't trust him because of what he did to the Falcone family, him killing Alberto, him putting Sophia pretty, you know, he said she can put a hit out on me. Yeah. Don't I know it, Bam? Them big ass eyeballs. I heard. All right. But he basically does his beer summit and it sells. So pretty much all these capos from all these places, he builds up the story that everybody in Gotham has been doing underground secrets at City Hall and working under your anime eyes. She does have anime eyes, you're right. But the biggest thing here was kind of like Victor's story and Eve's story.
Mm-hmm.
So Victor has a run-in with an old homie. If Oz is Nino, who's Pookie? Honestly, we ain't seen nobody take no drugs yet. We haven't seen anybody hit Bliss except for in that
yeah. How do you hit the Bliss? This is crazy to me.
Well,
like,
it happened at a nightclub, but we didn't see it actually like happen.
Yeah, I don't see anybody like. How do they? I don't.
Well, you gotta smoke it.
All right,
we're
not gonna get into the science of this.
Let's
not get into
What you do with that shit?
Do you inject it?
What you do is you get
mushroom.
Ralphie knows. He's an expert. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Tell us,
Ralphie, you about to break it down.
tell us, expert drug smoker. Go ahead.
No, I'm not about to expose myself like this. Continue. Jesus.
Expose myself.
Swallow, don't chew.
Wow.
You're supposed to swallow it and not chew it.
Wow.
That came out of nowhere. That came out of nowhere.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Okay.
He said yeah.
It's like you bite this motherfucker, you gonna die. You better swallow it.
Yeah, right.
Paul,
It's like,
what happened here?
nah, what you do is you take it and then you put it in a pot, cook it, and then you cook it, let the red stuff melt a little bit, then you put it in the baby oil, right? Put it in the baby
Okay,
oil.
what in the Diddy
It's a
party?
Diddy party.
Hold on, come on, man.
Jesus Christ.
That's what you say. You put it in the baby oil.
Alberto was Pookie. You're right. Alberto's Pookie. Correct.
Yo, Alberto was Pookie.
Alberto was Pookie. That's absolutely correct. If Oz is Nino, who is Pookie? And guess who killed Alberto? Oz.
Nino Brown.
Nino Brown. Thank you. He ain't strap a bomb to his chest in the middle of the Carter, but
Nah, he ain't do all that.
It's true.
All we need the Penguin to do is give out turkeys on Thanksgiving.
That's it.
All we need him to do
in broad daylight.
Broad daylight.
And have a shootout at a wedding.
What about a float with bags of money?
Oh, like the original Joker.
Like the Joker. First of all, that's one of the greatest scenes in cinema.
Playing some Prince.
Yo, first of all, the Prince soundtrack is slamming.
It's slamming.
God damn, that's
slamming. Bat Dance.
One of the greatest movies in comic book history, bro. That shit's just live.
That was my shit.
So that movie's so good. Oh
Show your age. Anyway, continue.
All right.
Sorry, Ralphie.
Yeah, my apologies. So, to put it briefly, Kid the Ninja, after the flood at the end of Batman 1 that tore up Gotham, the whole, pretty much all of Gotham was underwater. And he said Haas is in here giving tutorials of how to cook drugs. Jesus Christ. Millennials.
Wow, bam. I'm trying to make sure that we're getting through this. And they can stop and talk about all the Prince. Okay, we got the Prince.
So after the Riddler basically blew up Dynamite and flooded all of Gotham, it's now a shithole. And Batman, and to be honest, there's been no Batman in this series. Not to say that he's nowhere to be found, but Carmine Falcone got killed at the end of Batman 1. So now the entire Falcone family is pretty much under no supervision. All the while, Alberto, their youngest son, who was going to take over the family, gets popped by Oz. But their daughter is getting out of Arkham Asylum, and she got put in there by guess who? Oz. Over some dumb shit because he wanted to have a little bit of power within the Falcone family. But all the while, he was looking for a way to substitute himself into power of that entire family. But Sophia had other plans because she realized that her uncle had already taken over the whole crew. And Sophia, for the most part, doesn't like the old guard because the old guard sold her out. Because while she was even put in Arkham Asylum, yes, by being snitched on by Oz, she was also snitched on by her entire family. They wrote statements saying how crazy she is. He said, "Can't believe I'm rooting for a snitch." Yes.
Did they not root for Nino Brown?
They rooted for Nino Brown, and he said, "Look, if I'm going to jail, I'm taking a whole lot of motherfuckers with me." CMB. The light-skinned brother from the bank.
Oh my, Kareem
Akbar. If I'm going to jail, I'm taking a whole lot of people with me.
My boy stood up. It's where y'all going to get?
You know what I'm saying? So yes, you've been rooting for snitches. Nino was one of them.
Yeah, Nino, biggest snitch, brother.
He's the whole financial operation of the CMB.
I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth, Miss Jenkins.
Miss Hawkins.
Oh man, this is Oh man,
Miss Hawkins.
Yeah, that
was great. You said P. Diddy about to say the same shit in court.
Yo, for real.
For
real.
Dead ass.
He's taking a lot of motherfucking downs with him.
Don't you hide your face, Usher. Stand up, nigga. Me and this brother, we go way back.
Way back.
Remember when Justin came out? No.
Don't do this. Bro, how did we get here?
I'm sorry.
I told y'all last week that Fax was gone because he was kidnapped by the Diddler.
Oh, stop.
I'm not gonna lie, you got a little bit of extra shine happening with you, brother. Yeah, everything okay.
Yeah. Stand up, Usher. You see me and this man right here? Way back.
Frosted Flakes bowl of cereal.
You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. You know, back when I started Bad Boy, I used to mentor young.
Okay.
Oh no, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. Goodness
but
me.
All right, so the synopsis, of course, for this episode, if we want to get right down to it, Victor has a run-in with Squib, old dude that basically used to run a little bit of the drug game and do a little bit of hustling around Crown Point. He obviously, all right, Hope, all right, Hope, they got us. Tell him I'm innocent.
Oh man, this is so gnarly.
But Victor, of course, was seen by Squib taking Oz's mother into the apartment complex. So Squib, being nosy as hell, and we all know a Squib, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Squib is that dude from the neighborhood that sees somebody hustling and wants to get that money too.
Yeah, wants to bully himself into this shit.
Talking so much, like just bruh, shut up, Squid, shut up, bruh. You making it hot.
He literally, Squib had a conversation with Victor that sounded like Joel Santana in Santana's home. I see niggas getting money in a town. I like it.
I like it.
I like it.
Ran up on him on his right ear
with a pound of like, this is my block now. I kid.
That's literally it. That is literally.
He understood me quite clear.
Oh my god.
So yes. So he had a conversation with Victor saying he wanted to get that money to me too. Show me your boss. So, you know, we've all seen Victor. Victor stutters a lot.
Yeah.
And he tries to have the conversation about Squid with Oz, but Oz is still like in a little bit of a hurt mode because he understands that his mom's, I guess, dementia is getting way worse. And that's the only thing on his mind. So he tells him without telling him, take care of that shit yourself. So Victor goes up to Squib, hands him a little bit of money, he was like, look, man, we don't really need nobody right now. Here's a little bit of money. Squib gets all upset, starts tossing that money to the side. He's like, no. You got to show me your boss right now. Or basically, I'm going to fuck you up. So he starts to take his ass down the steps real quick. And Victor just pops this motherfucker in the neck. So this is Victor's first kill. And the way that he perceived it, he had that scared kid moment to where like he killed somebody. He's like, I'm sorry. And he's like,
it hurt him more than it hurt.
Yo, every episode, I'm thinking that Victor's going to get popped or get killed in some form or fashion. And we talked about it in the first episode that we thought at the end of this series that Oz gets rid of Victor.
Yeah.
So he said, my boy Victor is changing, and now he runs the block. He's going to be, could you imagine? So he's changing. But Sophia is now meeting up with a lot of Oz's associates. Meets up with Eve Calar, who is actually the half-sister of the original Clayface. If anybody didn't know that. So she actually gave her a talk to and have an understanding with Sophia because Sophia kind of respected her in a sense because of how she protected her girls. And we're like, yo, you can do what you want to me. Just make sure my girls are straight. And Sophia was like, I ain't gonna pop you. And then finally, Andre, we'll see you, bro.
I was like, but
you out, dog? Oh, you can't. Oh, you on a flight?
He on a flight going back to LA. But then the rest of this and how this basically has been perceived is that what the hell, nigga?
My bad. I don't know what that was.
That's some light skin music, boy.
Oh,
man.
That was your ringtone.
Come on now.
But the biggest thing, I guess, the biggest thing is that Eve kind of gave up not the location of Oz's lair because she said Oz don't talk like that. He's not going to tell me where he pushes his shit, but I can give you just a little bit of information. And the one thing that his mom's been complaining about was the fact that there's been no power in this fucking house. Yo, what's up, Lonzo? So the biggest thing that happened was the lights came back on. Her and Victor are having a talk. Lonzo, this is my man from Concrete Comics. Go get his shit. If you ever wanted to get in the indie comics, go see Lonzo.
Okay.
But the biggest thing outside of that is like Sophia got the address. She could see this motherfucker. No, it's not Victor Zaz. Everybody thought in the beginning of the show that Victor was Victor Zaz, but he's not. You know what I'm saying? Because like, if he got his first kill and then he turns into Victor Zaz, he's got to be a little bit more demented. His origin story has to get a little bit more sidetracked. I mean, the dude is basically an orphan now. So Victor's like character development throughout all these episodes has been really challenging because he's a shy kid from the streets. He's not a street kid. Like he had a girlfriend. He was on the rooftop. He was trying to have some beers, and then the flood happened. The flood killed his entire family while he was on the roof. Couldn't do shit. Just had to sit there and watch the motherfuckers drown. And literally by Victor's like development now, I think by the end of the series, yeah, Biggs, I think you might be right. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be another capo out here. Like his evolution is going to be that big, which we don't know, because the cliffhanger at the end of this episode is that Sophia has now found out where Oz's mama and Victor have been hanging at. So what we thought that was going to be like this filler episode ends up being a lot bigger. If I could sell you on that. But
right, pretty sold.
Go watch this show.
Right there.
Go watch this show. But to get into this main topic, because we've been talking, why can't Blade? All right, so why can't Marvel get Blade right? Blade has now been indefinitely suspended.
We knew that was coming, though.
I told y'all a million
Y'all knew
times
that
they
was
wasn't
coming.
making this fucking movie.
Oh well, yeah. You know what? You might be right. Yeah, the dude that he ran over in the purple Maserati. You call it a purple Maserati? It's definitely dead. It's either he dead or he ain't got no legs.
Oh my god!
They got right now the Professor X thing happening.
So the biggest thing about this whole thing, all right, because we wanted to push a little bit deeper in this. So Blade, of course, now is indefinitely suspended. It's been taken off the release roster for Marvel, and this actually might be a good thing.
It's a great thing.
It's a great thing because the way, and the thing is, there's been a lot of blame put on a bunch of people. They've been talking about Feige, what the fuck is he doing and everything. They've been talking about the writers in the show. They've gone through a bunch of scripts. They've gone through 2 directors. And the only person that's been sticking around through all this shit might be the person that we have to blame. Is Mahershala the person to blame? Because they're saying that this man has creative control over a lot of shit. He said, "You did it. I watched Penguin after New Jack City." Correct. That's a perfect segue. Yes, you should.
I'm glad we was able to get him.
I'm glad we was able to get it. You watch New Jack City, and then watch the Penguin. But yes, for that being now off the plate, the one person that's been sticking around, has he been calling the shots the entire time? So they bring on a director. I think it was Basim Tamid first, and then I forget the second director. Good God, but they went through 4 scripts. The original script was that Blade was going to be this period piece, and it was going to be in like the early 1900s, maybe even the late 1800s. Yeah, and it was going to be an origin story starting there. That Blade has always been around. The hybrid of the Daywalker is a legend. And it's going to continue on all the way into present day Marvel.
Yeah, I never liked that.
But honestly, Ryan Coogler must have took that script out the trash, because he just turned that into a trailer for his brand new vampire movie called Sinners, and the trailer actually looked dope.
It looks dope.
Delroy Lindo was actually attached to Blade, leaves Blade, ends up in Ryan Coogler's Sinners movie. Aaron Pierre, who we now are going to have as John Stewart, was originally attached to this Blade project. Leaves this project, does Rebel Ridge after John Boyega left Rebel Ridge. he took over Rebel Ridge. So if you think about it, a couple things had to happen in order for Aaron Pierre to
Bless
be.
you, maybe.
I
What?
had a cough. My fault.
Yeah,
Oh, it's a cough.
that was
Okay,
a call.
I couldn't tell.
So a couple
Apologies.
things had to happen in order for Aaron Pierre to be Jon Stewart. One was that he had to leave this Blade project. Two was John Boyega leaving Rebel Ridge and him jumping into that role, which he totally nailed. That movie is fucking great.
Mhm.
And then he test screens for Jon Stewart and gets that role. And put up Everett's comment. He said, "A black man fighting white vampires in the 1800s." Oh my god! So everybody knows the origin story. Blade's mother becomes pregnant with him and gets bit by a vampire, which then causes a somewhat mutation in creating the Daywalker that we know as Blade, Eric Reynolds, whatever the fuck you want to call him. And then from there, it goes on to a full-on thing of him against vampires. It's pretty much him fighting his own kind. It's kind of like cooning.
God, that was I was not expecting that dramatic turn until you said that.
The fuck? Are you serious?
You see, but I was wrong when I said something about light skin, right? I was wrong.
No, yeah, definitely wrong.
I was wrong.
But
he should have joined his people. Harriet Tubman, Demon Slayer. Look, it's the same shit.
Bro.
But obviously, all these people leave this project. And the only people that we have left on this project are Mahershala Ali and Mia Goth. That's it. So the girl that's going to be playing Lilith, the daughter of Dracula, and Mahershala, they're still attached to this project, regardless if it's indefinitely suspended. And as a matter of fact, it's funny because I just got something recently that says they are still going to film this movie. It's still
they're not. This movie's
still
not
on
getting
track.
made.
Filming at some point next year in the UK will have a smaller budget than other recent Marvel films. Will be dark and R-rated. Working on a new script right now. They're still working on the fucking script.
This shit needs to be a Disney Plus show.
Or an hour feature presentation.
Yeah.
No. I'm gonna tell you why it needs to be a Disney Plus show.
Okay.
All right. And it is much like you just explained it. And I'm just gonna go there again. So all Blade does is take on vampires. We can have different vampires every episode that he can take down. Because one, none of his rogue gallery is weak as fuck.
It is.
Nobody's gonna be interested.
Deacon Frost, Dracula, and Lilith. That's it.
Yeah, corny as fuck. So it's better in an episode in an episodic format where he can go after different vampires and then throw some different.
Wait a minute, Haas. You know what this sounds like?
What Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
The USA Blade series. With sticky fingers.
Bro.
This sounds just like
we don't acknowledge that though. We don't acknowledge that. Who watched it? Did you watch it?
No. Did you?
All right.
I didn't know.
Are you gonna watch it?
Did you watch it?
I didn't.
Are either one of y'all gonna watch it? No.
I didn't know it existed.
So it doesn't have to exist.
The sticky fingers from Onyx.
Who's watching it?
Was Blade.
Anybody out there that's watching the podcast, have you seen the sticky fingers from Onyx Blade show? Because I haven't. I never will.
It played a whole season on USA.
Whole season. You can get it for $1 at Dollar Tree.
Yes, you can.
$1.25.
That's terrible.
Dollar General.
But listen, you can go. But episodic format, and just let him do that way. And it doesn't have to be Marshall Ali.
The sticky fingers Blade show was good.
Yeah. Listen.
You're lying, Ev.
Bradley. We're not having that today.
You lying, yo.
We're not having that today.
He said Bokeem Woodbine was in it too.
Yeah. Oh my God, bro. Yeah. Evil Dave Chappelle. Bro, it has to be that way. But a Blade movie is not going to work. It's just not going to work. It worked when it did back then because of the lack of superhero content that we had before. It was perfect. It was perfect. And it was Wesley Snipes, which is a whole different animal.
He said, yo, He said, "Y'all watching it on BET Plus right now."
Oh my god, bro. First of all,
Bam, bam,
oh
bam.
my god.
He said, "If you
What-
saw Eternals, you can see it."
No. Give me. I'd rather Eternals be the only thing I watch for the rest of my life before I watch that damn Blade.
Oh, stop.
But listen, man. No, it has to be a show. Like it can't be a movie. It's not gonna make that much money. It's not Wesley Snipes was a different animal in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? He was on fire.
That's my other argument.
It worked. It worked. And it was
That's my other argument.
It was good. It was a little campy. It was good. Like it was perfect. It was a perfect period piece for that time.
I'll ask the two of you, the three of you, this question.
Okay.
When's the last movie you seen Mahershala Ali put his hands on somebody?
Damn, bro.
He put his hands on Julie Roberts. It was a good film that was on Netflix.
They were in the same movie?
Yes.
Look, nobody's discrediting the man for not acting his ass off. He can act his ass off.
Wait, actually, he did when he proposed to that chick in Hidden Figures.
Oh, that's another one. See,
but this is the thing. He has never been an action star. Wesley Snipes was a part of a realm of action stars. Passenger 57, Rising Sun, Demolition Man. Like he has done ultimate action movie shit. Mahershala, what was he in? What was that James Cameron movie? Alita Battle Angel. He didn't even fight in that. Did he fight in that shit? I don't think he did. Thank you, Alonzo. At least you know eternal slander here. Thank you.
We're not.
Oh, that's cute. You got a friend.
I know. That's adorable.
So cute.
Listen, Wesley Snipes is a kung fu dude. Mahershala is not as skilled as Wesley is in these movies. Therefore, that movie was never going to be great.
At this point, I don't remember. Ali was in since fucking
Green Book.
It wasn't. Yeah,
I can't remember him in anything since Luke Cage. Bro.
He's won. Look, he was in True Detective. He won two.
He was in
Oscars.
But that's it.
He was in two. He's won 2 Oscars. The man
he was
act his ass off.
I know that. I just don't remember much of what
He
he's done since Luke Cage.
He can't fight. There's going to be no great act. Look, the way that Wesley did this shit, the man is like a 4th degree black belt, and he's like a 2nd degree black belt in Aikido. So, which means you can hold, he can hold a sword in his hand and do some ridiculous shit with it. Can Mahershala do that?
Rashawn's gonna talk them to death. Excuse me, kind sir.
Oh my God!
Progress into this
feudal battle.
Are you sure you want to put your hands on that, Mr. Whitman?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. The Blade shit. I don't think we need it. I think it's more like people would like to see a Blade movie. Some people would, but at the end of the day, Blade's not in demand. He never was in demand. So let's cut the bullshit. Like we don't.
Gambit right now is on demand.
Oh my God! Stop it.
Gambit.
As much as there's going to be a different Gambit in the Marvel Mutant era.
Maybe in the Mutant era, yeah.
It ain't gonna be Channing.
Yeah.
Damn.
But we do need a Calverine, though.
We do need a Calverine. I'll take a Calverine.
We need a Calverine.
Yeah, because Channing Tatum's face looked too fat for that daggone mask that he was wearing.
It really did.
He had that chubby face standing out in his mask.
He was good. He was good though. He's fun.
Word. But let us know what you guys think. That is our show for. But matter of fact, no, it isn't. No, it's not.
We got comments.
We got some comments.
Comments.
He said black folks will line up for Blade like Black Panther. That's what Mahershala Ali wants, but it doesn't have a cultural aspect to it.
Lakers up 17-8 already, bro.
Yeah. So let's see what the fans think about Marvel getting Blade.
All right, here we go.
I heard they was going off on Facebook. This is crazy.
All right, let's see it.
He said, "Give it to Sean Levy, who did Deadpool and Wolverine and Wesley, and then just walk away."
I like it.
I mean, that's not nobody's disagreeing with that shit.
This would be old man Blade.
Sean Levy's on fire right now.
He said, "Look, Wesley Snipes said he's going to be the only Blade." So
he said it in the movie. There will only be one Blade.
Yeah, yo, just like that.
Here we go.
Oh man.
He said some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
That's his calling card.
It was right the first time with Snipes, just like The Crow was done perfectly the first time. Agreed. I still enjoyed the TV show through Staircase to Heaven, even if they started introducing the snakes. Blade, yes. The Crow, nope. They've all been trash. This last one had to be better than them. Look, the other Crows without Brandon Lee, trash. Third Blade movie,
bro. Wait. Can I ask a question about that Crow movie?
What about it?
So you watched it, right?
The one that just came out?
Yeah.
No, I did not watch that.
No, I didn't either. I forgot that it was out.
It came out.
I forgot that.
It didn't do well. It didn't.
Did anybody watch it?
No,
it didn't do.
It didn't do well.
We didn't cover it.
Straight
watch it.
Straight
That's
to
how
DVD,
bad it was.
Straight to DVD.
We knew not to even take a look at that shit.
Nope.
What
else?
Terrible.
They want a kid-friendly, typical Marvel movie, but the people and the actors want something better. Hello, my wonderful fan. How are you doing, chat? Yo, people are off the chain. Keanu Reeves' private page.
What is that? Ralphie.
Yeah.
26-8.
I
They're
can't.
on fire.
Here we go.
Why should they? We keep watching. Yeah, hate watching.
Hate watching.
Here we go.
That's what's the problem.
I'd love to hear your opinion on who could have possibly done a better job than Snipes, just so we can all laugh. To be honest, there's no action stars left.
There isn't. Where are the
new action stars? Where are the new black action stars?
Oh, there is no black action.
There's no black action stars.
There's none.
Denzel, still acting.
Stop it.
It's the Rock. Listen,
Dwayne
it's the same
The
people
Rock
that it
Johnson.
was the last 15 years. It's the
Kevin
Rock
Hart.
And Vin
and
Diesel.
Will Smith. That's it. It's
Kevin
still
Hart.
Will Smith. Because his old ass gets out there.
Will Smith's not doing that no more.
He gets out there for
Bad Boys too.
It.
Martin Lawrence looked like just he literally holding Martin by a string.
Yo, they are literally they're literally holding his hand through this whole Bad Boys process, bro. Like even at the premieres and the promotion of it, like Will Smith has to grab his arm and get him to the stage, and like
crazy.
They are literally they're getting everything out of him, and he doesn't even have it.
I don't know how they doing
it. It's wild, bro.
He said I started to. It threw
there
me.
There is no action stars though.
Threw me with the love story. She said some stupid joke, and I turned it off. Michael Jai White is like 53 now. 53, 54. He was Spawn, and he's still doing action movies, but he's not doing he's not what he used to be.
Yeah,
he's not the main. He's like the sensei right now.
They're not in demand. It's all about the characters now. It's all about the characters. Before, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Stallone, Van Damme,
Dolph.
Yeah, like
it's the Expendables. Everybody was in the Expendables.
They were able to carry a movie. So you can go, you're like, it didn't matter if the movie was called True Lies, it was Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know what I'm saying? And people went to go see them. People are not coming out to see a particular actor anymore.
Not at all.
They're coming out to go see character. Or
Bam, I know you playing Jaden
or
Smith.
A whole cast of actors together.
All right, here we go.
All right, because Twilight already did it.
Makes sense. It makes fucking sense to me.
Oh my god, hit it. They did. They canceled it.
Oh man,
makes sense.
Here we go.
Fuck you talk about? Have you ever seen Blade, bro? That's why we're bringing it up.
Yeah.
Already was right. Hello, my wonderful fan. How are you doing?
Yo,
Jorge, you gotta stop.
Yo, you gotta block this.
You gotta block that Keanu Reeves private page, yo.
This is ridiculous.
Let him
Hello,
go.
my wonderful
What's
fan.
Wrong? Let him go.
Doesn't even make sense. Oh, not Handyman.
Handyman.
Oh, looks like trouble.
Yo, could they get away with Handyman if they played it today?
No.
Hell
no. I would love to see it, but no, they couldn't get away with it.
Oh, looks like trouble.
I have been no affiliation. I'm trying to keep my sponsorship.
Hey, come on, Ralphie.
Stop.
I sold out. Try to get my baby.
And out of shit to get likes about. Oh, see, hey, that's a nice little dig. That's cute. Look at that.
Damn.
That's nice.
Damn,
These just love coming at us.
Yeah.
They easily could, but the writers and producers are colossal fuck ups.
You know
Look, you might be
Talk
blaming
about
the
it.
wrong people. You might be You need to blame Mahershala.
And we'll never know.
Yeah,
right?
blame.
We'll
Yeah,
never
we're
know.
gonna blame him.
No, we'll never.
He'll
know.
get the blame. And
You need to get back to doing dramas.
Also, but then the rest of Marvel gets the blame too for not recognizing that nobody really needs or wants a Blade movie. Only a small amount of people do. So you're not gonna make money.
Yeah.
Unless they do
Sorry.
a remastered version of Blade and they just add some CGI.
Yeah, if it's Wesley
and
Snipes,
Wesley
and
Snipes
even
movies.
with that, it's a risk.
Yeah. And you can't put Aaron Pierre in there, who is our next action star, because he's too light skinned.
Here
Thank
we go.
you for saying that out loud.
No problem. Just be happy to woke. Here we go. Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
yeah.
I'm not going there.
Identifies as a toaster. That's cute.
All
That's
right.
it. Come on, bro.
Thank you, Joseph. You said it out loud. You feel better about yourself.
Of course, the
Bobby.
guy with the Terrifier emoji said, "Shut up, shut up."
I know. Yeah.
Here we go. Last one.
So Wesley Snipes wasn't him? Like,
Don't,
what does
no,
that mean?
he is him.
He is him.
He is him.
He
is
is
him.
him
Blade, go rewatch Blade 1 and 2 right now.
right now. And
What about
then
3?
watch Trinity.
No,
Yes.
three doesn't exist.
Don't you do that to Ryan Reynolds brought him back.
No, the 3 doesn't exist.
Ryan
You
Reynolds
go
brought
right
him
from Blade 2 to Deadpool and Wolverine.
Don't you do that.
They should finish Twilight. No, they should not.
Team
Yeah,
Jacob, baby.
Can't stand Twilight. Never watched it.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's it.
That's it. Well, that's the show for today, folks. Of course, next week we got episodes 8 and 9 of Agatha, episode 7 of Penguin, and Lord, oh Lord, I believe if we're getting down to it, I think in November there's a whole Dune show that's going to come on HBO Max,
Oh, Christ.
which I know
Listen.
that you people are going to love.
Do we have to watch those 2 boring movies or no?
The second one was great. Shut up.
ASMR?
Please, Agib.
Listen, Agib. Listen, Agib.
Please, Agib.
So for everybody out there, feel free to check us out on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, IG, wherever you do your streaming. X. Of course, we'll be back here Monday at 9 p.m. live for everybody here. Thank you guys for coming out. All right. The chat was live. We was live. We went a whole hour and a half. This shit's crazy. We talked about Venom in detail because, good God.
Good.
Yeah, not even detail the movie, like just
Right.
in detail.
Yep.
Just in detail.
So for everybody out there, we will see you next week. Party nerds go.
Party nerds, party nerds.